Hey guys, Matt Donald here. This is the part where I tell you about my Patreon, and guess what? I still have a Patreon at patreon.com/Matthew Donald. There you can buy, well, I guess find, but I guess buy is the correct term. That was a bit of a Freudian slip there, but that is correct. You can buy/find bonus content about pop culture featuring prehistoric animals. And this month, we're having a bit of a wild card because I'm in a rut here where I'm recording this later in the month rather than earlier. So it's going to be one of three things, three very different things. It's either going to be Walking with Dinosaurs, the documentary, The Valley of Gwangi, Ray Harryhausen's stop-motion animated film about cowboys and dinosaurs, or Ratchet and Clank Tools of Destruction, the game that has alien dinosaurs in one level. It's going to be one of those three things. So enjoy whichever one it is. Link is in the description for you can sign up for the Patreon. Thank you for your support and have a good day. This show continues to be as professional as ever.
Roar, growl, snarl, bellow.
Welcome to Paleo Bites, the podcast that really should be called Paleo No Bites. I tried. My name is Matthew Donald, and each week I and a rotating series of guest co-hosts talk about and rate a genius of prehistoric animal, be it dinosaur, arthropod, and so on. This week, I'm joined by someone who doesn't get no bites. She gets some bites, whatever that might mean. I don't know. It's Cici Eilert. How are you?
I'm just trying to figure out what the heck that means.
I don't know. Do you
I
bite?
get bites? I do bite.
You do bite. Do you get bit?
If I ask to be.
Okay. I figured this is where we were going with this. So this is starting to become automatically a bit carnal.
I mean, I can't say I've ever been like bit by a child or anything like that.
No, I've been bit by a dog and a bird.
Oh yeah, I've been bit by a dog for sure. Before.
Yeah. Got bit by a dog the other day at work. Anyway, that was fun.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
sorry
fun.
About that.
Yeah, that's okay. It happens. They had to be put down. That's not true.
Oh gosh. Like, talk about now it's getting dark, not just carnal, but dark.
Yeah. Maybe we should talk about the carnal stuff. Okay.
Right? Lighten it up a bit.
Lighten up a bit, indeid. All right. So, dinosaur-like question. I'm going to fit it in with the episode here. So, we're talking about Transylvanosaurus. You see,
Mm-hmm.
the dinosaur I learned about recently. What dinosaur do you think Kate Beckinsale should have ridden in Van Helsing or something?
Oh, that's a good question.
Or what should Dracula have been? I don't know. Dracula could turn into that giant bat, but so could like a giant pterodactyl.
I mean, would she not just ride the Transylvanosaurus?
She could just try to. That's too obvious of an answer. Damn. Man.
I don't know if is it big enough. It's probably too small for her to ride. I mean, like.
It's 6.5 feet long. Yeah, it's a bit small.
It's too small for her to ride.
It could be like a thing that could pull the cart.
Ooh, that could be good.
That has all her supplies in it. So.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Or there was that one scene where they were in the carriage, and the brides kept chasing them. They had Frankenstein's body, I think, but then they had a fake carriage because it fell down the cliff or something.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I like that movie. I mean, I know
like
it's
it too.
silly and goofy, but it's very fun.
It knows it is. Like,
yeah, it doesn't
self-aware.
try to pretend to be anything else.
Yeah, no.
Like, and plus, like, Hugh Jackman, you can't go wrong with that Hugh Jackman. And that hat. He's got a great hat.
Yes, it's all like Indiana Jones. It's all about the hat.
Yeah. There's certain characters where the hat is integral to their design. Did you ever see anything about Resident Evil 8?
Oh, no, I have not seen
Resident Evil. It's another Capcom series. We just did a Monster Hunter thing on. But Resident Evil 8, it's sort of like this horror series, and there's this gothic sort of vibe going on. There's this one lady called her name's Lady is in the title, Lady Dimitrescu.
Oh yeah, I have heard of her, and I've seen her.
And she's 9 feet tall.
Oh wow!
And has a dress and big tracts of land and a hat, big hat. And people are like, you can't take one element away from it's the full collage of what it is that made the internet go nuts for this character. It's like, please step on me. Like, please let this 9 feet tall is just tall enough where it's unnatural, but kind of exciting. It's like,
but exciting. Maybe to you, tall man.
9 feet tall is tall for me too. Like, I'm not 9 feet tall. I'm not even 6.5 feet tall.
True.
I also don't really want a lady to step on me personally.
Yeah. I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of the things people say when they're trying to get when they talk about how attracted they are to someone, they just talk about being beset with pure violence by them. It's like,
Yeah.
it's so weird. It's like, I saw this one thing with John Oliver being like, Adam Driver can split me in two, or
Oh,
like
jeez.
he can bite my chest off, and like all these things that he wants him to do. Like, it's all super violent, and I'm like, we just kiss and
Like
kiss
maybe
and
some
snuggle.
snuggling, yeah.
Like, why does it have to be so graphic? I mean,
To each their own.
smash my head into a pulp.
Yeah.
That's what
Make it
people
look like you're smashing a pumpkin. Like
even if a lady sat on my face and smashed it, it's still smashed. What do I'm not enjoying it.
yeah, it's all over for you.
Yeah, by face. It's just part of the ass now.
Oh jeez.
It's just smeared on there. Anyways, speaking of blood, I guess we're talking about a vampiric dinosaur, except not really. It just has the name. It means it's Transylvanosaurus. It actually means lizard from across the forest, and that makes sense because trans, like across,
Mm-hmm.
like transport and transgender, and forest van makes sense for forest. I think, I don't know. But type is a rhabdodontid ornithopod, a clade of ornithian dinosaurs that's a subgroup of the hugely successful iguanodontid clade. You know iguanodon? Yeah, that one.
Okay. Yeah, like half of those words I just couldn't even pronounce.
You know iguanodon.
So I'm very
though.
impressed.
You know,
I do know of iguanodon.
Yes. Okay. This one's not as big as iguana. It's 6.5 feet / 2 meters long, or 88 pounds, or 40 kilograms.
Well, that's pretty small. 88 pounds. I mean, I'm like 110.
Yeah, I mean, dinosaurs are
pounds.
pretty lightweight, so
Yeah.
for their size. Diet herbivore, time Late Cretaceous, 66 million years ago. It's in Romania.
Yay!
Your birthplace and country of origin.
If I knew the song, the national song of Romania, I would sing.
I was about to say the "Oh Romania," but that's not it.
My home, sweet home.
I don't know how the Canada one
I don't know
goes.
what it is.
Yeah. Anyways, pop culture appearances. Oh, it's described in 2022. Pop culture appearances. Unless there was one in the background of Van Helsing finding Kate Beckinsale, one of Dracula's brides. Nada.
Yeah.
I know you have a lot of notes here about this one, but what I wanted to talk about is specifically. So back then, Romania was a collection of islands, like most of Europe, doing the highest sea levels.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of dinosaurs that were far smaller than others of their family. They're like the bigger sort of chunks of land in the smaller islands. This is one of the islands, and it's undergone what's called island dwarfism or insular dwarfism, which is when an animal with lesser resources gets smaller to accommodate for the lesser resources. They get smaller over time. A good example is there were these elephants that lived on this island near Sicily back in the day that were really, really small. They're like 3 or 4 feet tall.
Oh.
And I wish I could come up with some modern examples of small.
Like a little pocket-sized elephant.
Yeah.
Oh.
So cute. I did an episode on that one because that one has different species in that genus that go from really, really small to really, really big. It's Paleoloxodon. I'll bring up the elephant in the next episode we do because there's a two-pronged sort of thing. But yeah, this is just herbivorous dinosaur that was much smaller than its relative. It's kind of like you will not know what this is, but anyone who has watched Prehistoric Planet recently will know of the genus Zalmoxis, and this is basically like that.
Okay.
So, but no, that's Transylvanosaurus is just one of those small island dinosaurs that just maybe it swam a little bit from island to island. Like occasionally the dinosaurs could do that, They had to watch out for mosasaurs and other stuff.
Oh, geez, that's terrifying.
But yeah, you had some stuff to say about this, though.
Yeah. So, I thought it was pretty cool. The dinosaur was only discovered about 6 hours, or like about 400 kilometers away from where I was born.
Nice.
Awesome. I actually should look up later, I don't know if the place I was born specifically was underwater, but it could have been.
I mean, it could have been, probably.
At that time.
A lot of it was, so.
Like a little odd / fun fact about Romania, the second language is actually French.
Oh, that makes sense, actually.
Yep. Does it?
Conquered by the Franks back in the
go.
day, yeah. So
the nearest relatives of the Transylvanosaurus were found in France.
Yes.
So I'm like, coincidence? I think not.
Yeah, Rhabdodon, which is nice, we're going to do recently, is from France as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So a lot of these creatures are closely sort of each other. There's also there's a chance the Transylvanosaurus was shown in terms of pop culture appearances in an episode of this documentary Dinosaur Planet that came out in 2003. There was one called, it was kind of a funny thing, it was called Pod's Travels, because there's this raptor called Pod that went to this island of dwarves, and it was treated as if it was like Gulliver's Travels, where you go to the island, but it's actually scientific. So this normal sized raptor gets washed onto this island away from his pack, and sees that everything is tiny.
Like, I am the king of the world.
At first, he's confused, but then he becomes it ends on a happy note because there was this predator that he faced when he was on a normal-sized island named Pterosaurus.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was a smaller variant when he was on the small island, and he was like, wait a minute, I can take this guy on.
Oh, wow.
So,
oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
But yeah, so it was probably Zalmoxis in that one that were the iguanodon relatives, but I'm going to say it was Transylvanosaurus. So
okay.
that's his pop culture appearances. Pods travels. Anyways.
We'll go with it.
Yeah, sure.
So it was small, which is also not unlike the Romanian people.
Y'all are pretty small.
Yeah, we're just well known for being like compact folk.
And also, like, you tend to be kind of lightly built too.
I think we can. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of fat Romanians.
I feel like
I'm sure they exist.
We could be chubby.
Yeah.
Like, or fluffy.
But not big boned. Like, not like Russians. Like
I don't really get that vibe.
Yeah.
Really. Just not known for being big or tall, I guess.
Yeah, I get that. Except Dracula's kind of
usually he's
tall
and tall and thin.
Handsome. Yeah, but he's thin. That's true, he's very thin, yeah.
Yeah.
Very jagged chin.
Yeah. Like a pronounced jaw.
Blah, 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 blah. I never said that. When it says that in Hotel Transylvania, everyone's like, I'm Dracula, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, I never said that. And everyone just...
Yep. Well, it looked a tropical
archipelago?
I knew that was going to happen to me. Yes,
yeah, that's a fun saying, isn't it?
One of the very fun words. Archipelago.
Archipelago, yep.
If you can say it.
It comes from arca, meaning big, and pelago, like ocean, like pelagic.
Oh, okay.
So
look at you with all your language stuff.
I am a bit of a linguist.
That's good.
So is my girlfriend.
I learned today that reptiles can swim from birth, which is pretty cool.
I imagine it depends on the animal. On the reptile. Actually, no. It makes sense. They could. I can't think of a single one that couldn't. Yeah.
Really?
At first, I was like turtles. But like, wait a minute, turtles are aquatic. What am I talking about?
Yeah, I just thought that was super cool.
Yeah. Now, does that apply to all dinosaurs, though?
Oh,
yeah.
Good question.
I don't know.
Pretty good instinct to have, though.
Tyrannosaurus was actually a surprisingly good swimmer, because it had really bulky hind limbs, and the way it balanced with its head in front and tail behind, it could do powerful kicks to like swim from island to island if need be.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool.
Just scaring people more.
Watch out for T-Rex. It not only can run, but it can swim.
Well, if you happen to be in the area of Transylvania, it's well worth a trip to Pelish Castle. The Carpathian Mountains currently house 60% of the brown bears in Europe and produce the largest on record, a whopping 1,060 pounds or 470 kilograms, which I was like, okay.
Yeah.
You get into these large creatures and it's easy to compare them to
right,
a
that
dinosaur.
Makes sense for sure.
But another cool fact about the forests, since we're, talking about a creature that's across the forest.
Yeah.
The Carpathians also have one of the most haunted forests in Europe.
Oh.
Hoia-Baciu Forest. It's considered the Bermuda Triangle of Eastern Europe, where like people have gone missing, UFOs have been spotted, and ghosts and vampires, which of course vampires.
Right, of course. I feel like, is this around? It's not Slavic yet, is it? It's not quite in that area. So it's Baba Yaga a threat?
Oh no, we're definitely Slavic.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then
my girlfriend's family's from Slovakia, so.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. So
I do like Slavic people. I think I'm just biased toward them.
Based on my track record, I do too.
There you go.
So,
well, I will say they mentioned that there was a large forehead on the Transylvanosaurus.
Yes, and in fact, its species name Platycephalus means flat head.
And I'm like, are they insinuating
or
something?
Wide head?
Like what are they saying about the Romanians? What are they saying about us?
I mean.
Do I need to get bangs? Do I need to cut
some
bangs?
No, I mean, like, I'm sorry, I'm measuring your head with my fans at this
He's
point.
Like...
It's like a camera, it's like,
Yeah, that's all right.
I mean, I don't know, my forehead's pretty big.
I think it's good that you have some bangs to sweep across.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It's kind of funny, I don't usually like girls with bangs, and yet my all-time hottest anime character is a girl with bangs.
Yeah,
so
that's interesting.
But no, I usually don't prefer bangs. But anyway. I'll let you listeners figure it out, even though I've probably said it multiple times on the show alone. But anyways, so Transylvanosaurus, it had a wider head. Yeah, platy means wide. Like platypus means wide foot. So So it's Transylvanosaurus platycephalus is its full name. Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Platycephalus. I actually can get that one.
Okay. Transylvanosaurus platycephalus. Okay.
Yeah.
Say that twice.
Oh, God. Transylvanosaurus.
Oh, I thought you said you got it.
I forgot what the second word was.
Platycephalus.
Platycephalus.
Oh, I thought you were looking at it, but you're not.
I was not.
I'm looking at it. It's right here. Hold on. Let me.
I was like, oh, crap.
There we go. Okay, there it is, right there.
Okay. Wait.
Right here.
Oh, okay. I'm having struggles today, apparently. Transylvanosaurus platycephalus.
Yes.
Transylvanosaurus platycephalus.
Okay.
Yay!
Good job. Here's your sticker.
He's giving me a little gold star.
Okay, so, but
really
it,
not
like,
too much to know about it.
I mean, it's more about like we're talking about like the archipelago in full later on because it's a very interesting group. They had interesting area. Like, not only were they threatened by like little versions of predators, they were threatened by one very big predator, which we'll get to later, a pterosaur called Hasactopteryx.
Oh, wow.
That was one of the biggest pterosaurs of all time, and it hopped from island to island. And when it was on the ground, it was as tall as a giraffe. It could probably pluck this thing right off the ground and carry it off.
Leave us alone.
Much like the brides of Dracula plucking away people and cows from farmland in Transylvania.
There you go.
Except this isn't it's the Transylvanosaurus that's the threat, I guess. But it's the area. So
yeah.
Anyways, so let's rate Transylvanosaurus 165 million. I figure you're gonna rate this pretty high, even though there's not a lot to know.
Well, I mean, I definitely like the name. I think it's pretty straightforward.
National pride, come on.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting that they like mention the specific like area. Probably like 35 million.
Oh, I'm gonna rate higher than you. I'm gonna rate like 41 million.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's cool, and I also think that's cute.
That's true.
Like, imagining like a little bitty. Here, probably we don't have a picture of it here, and but I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of it for you.
There's so much more left to learn about it.
There is. Oh yeah, here we go. Look at that thing.
I mean, to me, it kind of looks like a generic dinosaur.
Oh, how dare you! Okay, so here's a picture of it next to the Hasactopteryx all the way in the background. So
I mean, it's like,
Oh, man.
I mean, I'm going to lower it to 25 million.
No! I thought this would raise it. Oh, man.
Sorry, guy.
Oh, man. All right. Well, that's it for this week. If you want to get a hold of the show, you can contact me at mattd@matthewoncreator.com or at paleobitespodcast@gmail.com, at paleobitespodcast on Instagram, and at paleobitespod on Twitter. I'm fairly certain that's right. Who knows? I'm not going to look it up. We don't have time.
There's no time.
That's where they can ask questions to me or any of the co-hosts if they want to. And if you want to email that thing and say like, "Hey, where's Cici?" I'm like, "Stay away, you creep."
Yeah, thanks.
But if you want, she's check out her Instagram, I guess.
You can.
Yeah.
Super Beetle Lover.
Yeah,
I have not updated it in a long time.
Yeah,
so you
you're
look
still
old hot pictures of me.
You seem to settle back in on Facebook, and I have.
Yeah.
I have left Facebook in the dust.
I'm old.
You're not even that much older than me. Oh, man. All right. Also, I have a book series on Amazon Megazoic available for print and Kindle. No Transylvanosaurus in it because I only learned of it recently. I forgot to say that in the last episode there was about Megazoic. But that's it for this week. And say the end of every episode of Paleo Bites. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah,
blah, blah, blah, blah, blah. Why did Cici rate us so low?
Yeah, sorry.
We're not just a generic dinosaur. We got so many individual qualities. We got a big, wide head.
I'm just trying not to have a bias, here about just because we're from the same area.
Okay,
yeah.
I understand. I guess I just gotta keep browsing and watch out for the Hasactopteryx.